This is
Make It Plain.
Make It Plain.
MIP
With Masamela Matfumo.
Mark Thompson.
Make It Plain.
Get woke.
Hey, I'm Kat, mom of 3 and founder of Ritual, the company setting a new standard in the supplement industry. When I was pregnant with my first daughter, I remember staring at my prenatal vitamins and thinking, what's in this stuff? All I found were vitamins high in heavy metals, synthetic colorants, and lacking in the very essential nutrients we need. I believe women deserve to know what they are putting in their bodies and why. So at 4 months pregnant, I quit my job to reinvent the prenatal vitamin. We scoured the world for the best quality ingredients, backed by clinical studies and third-party tested for heavy metals and microbes. And this year, we were awarded the Purity Award from the Clean Label Project, the supplement safety certification that tests for 200 harmful chemicals and toxins. With Ritual, you'll know where your ingredients come from and why we use them. Join our family of skeptics with 40% off your first month when you visit ritual.com/podcast.
One more line, ain't gonna let no governor. Ain't gonna let no governor turn me around. Oh, turn me around.
It's on this truck.
Turn me around. Ain't gonna let no governor turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom land. I'm gonna give this mic to Reverend Mark Thompson.
Ma'am, tell me your name.
My name is Alice Johnson.
And ma'am, what is your name?
Maria Valdez.
Maria Valdez. Now, Alice Johnson, you live here in Jackson?
Yes, I do.
All right, and tell us what your experience has been since the water crisis.
Well, we've had to boil our water, and we did have water. We do have water, but we just had to boil it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long are you still having to do that?
I'm still boiling it. They tell us we don't have to, but no, I'm still boiling my water.
So how long now have you been boiling?
Since July. I think it was July, the end of July. Really?
And how about you? You're here in Jackson as well,
yes,
right?
I live in Jackson, and the water is smell not good, and we have to boil it, and even they say it's not good for cook and brush your teeth, but we have to use the water, even if they say no, because we don't have choice. And they have water for distribute for all the people, but we need clean water. It's a lot of Spanish people in here in Jackson. So we here because we want to protest. Because if this situation can be the same, we need change.
Who do you hold responsible for this? Is this the city? Is it the state? What is your understanding?
I would say it's the governor. I think the governor. When money was allocated, I understand it was not equally distributed, and Jackson is a lot of people, poor people in Jackson, and we seem to be those they don't care about. So, not satisfied at all with our governor.
Do you feel like the city government is doing all they can, or?
Now they're helping us out now.
Okay.
All they can, I don't know, they can do more. They can do more. We're sending millions of dollars to other countries. And what about us here in the States?
What about you, ma'am? Who do you hold responsible?
The government. Because the water bill is still coming. We still pay for the water. And Josiah said we need clean water. And it's the government, because it's the more, the more people, poor people, everybody need the water. We can't stay with this situation no more. We need change.
Ma'am, tell us your name.
Dr. Clementine Harris.
And you're a Jackson resident as well?
I'm a native Jacksonian, but I've been away in Michigan.
Okay. How long you been back here?
Oh, about 3 months.
Really? How long were you in
I
Detroit?
reside both places.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes.
How many years you live in Detroit?
Maybe 37, 40 years.
Everybody from Jackson go to Detroit, don't they?
No, not necessarily. No.
So can you still call yourself a Jackson resident if you've been in Detroit
I always do.
37 years?
I
Can she still do
do.
that? And you from the Bronx. You live in the Bronx.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and I'm that's with you. Tell us about your ordeal, your experience with this crisis.
Oh, wow. Well, I did. The flood. I bought it the flood. It did not flood my home, but it did tamper with the water pipes in the system. But at this time now, it's better, and I have been collecting water from the National Guard, from the different water sites. And follow the rules. Boil the water, only use the water when you bathe. But I must consider myself, I was blessed more than others because it did not flood my house. And I was able to get water. So I survived it quite well, but the system is, I think since I left 1970, the system has always been broken. Okay, the system has always been broken. Every time I return home, it's the same thing. The water.
So there were water problems back in 1970.
Back about 40 years ago, I would assume, maybe more. Some say, I don't know. But it has always been a serious issue.
So who do you think is responsible for this in this whole structure down here? Why is this such a persistent problem?
It's just the who, it's just how many are.
Okay.
You can't just blame one person or one system, one.
Sure.
And I think it deals with not cooperating, being cooperative in trying to solve the issue. Too much bickering, political issues.
So who's bickering?
Well, different views on how it should be done from the mayor and the governor. They can't seem to agree on ways to resolve the issue. So that comes into play. And it just also, and in just itself, the pipes, the system was just old. It's old. It's antiquated.
And what they're doing, replacing it. They need to replace it, get new instead of fixing it. Going to fix it? No. Replace it. Take it out. Put something new in.
Does the city have the money, or the state have the money to do that, and they just aren't doing it, or what do you think the deal is?
They just don't do it. They can't because it's a lot of people. It's not a lot of families. In the winter, it's the same problem. Pipe broke. We don't have water. I have 4 children at home. I have to give it water for take to the school. The water at the school is not good for drinking, and we have the problem, and we tired. And I live in Jackson for 12 years, and it's a lot of Spanish people in here. It's not just one community, It's everybody, and we need help. We're here because we need somebody can hear everybody.
Are you all able to go back to showering yet? Because I heard that was a problem, and they were recommending people not shower.
I think we could always shower. You just can't allow the water to get in your system, such as your eyes, nose, mouth.
If you take showers, gonna get in your.
Everything is in the system. Mm-hmm. If we take shower, it's problem. We can have problem later.
We've always showered.
Yes,
We don't have choice. We have clear water. Clean water. Not clean, but it's clear. So we've always showered.
But you're still boiling water.
I'm still boiling it.
You're
yes.
still boiling water.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Are you boiling?
I boil the water. When it's necessary, I boil the water. But I use bottled water for boiling. It's not like I do that with bottled water. Say, for instance, I might want to do mopping or something like that, or cleansing. You can boil your water and save the good water.
And you talk about schools. So at the schools don't have clean water, right?
It's the same water we use at the school, at the house. It's the same neighborhood and no clean water. We every time we have to give the children water because it's closed. The water in the school they can drink, and we have to give it water every day, every day.
So let me ask. This may seem a dumb question, but I just don't know because I'm not here. So I mean, are you comfortable washing your hands in the sink?
We have hand sanitizer. And,
So you use that more than
we use that. They issue hand sanitizer with the water.
Clorox. We have to use bleach for everything because we have to
put the
bleach and the water for everything. That's what I do.
My grandmother told me that years ago.
What do you all hope to accomplish by marching today?
We hope to be heard. We're here so that our voices can be heard.
We need somebody here. We need. That's
help.
Because we're here. We need help for all the families in Jackson. That's because I'm here.
Yes, it need to be heard. Need to draw attention to how serious this is. Don't just let it disappear in 10 days. And prioritize issues so it can be dealt with. For instance, just like the football player I can't say they have been accused. Well, they've been accused, but they have not been charged. Yes, with the misallocation of money,
Right.
welfare, things like that, but it could have gone to the system or into education for our children. Now, who's the biggest welfare fraud? They are.
Right. And they're taking money away that could have gone
Of course.
to help resolve this situation.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for talking to me. God
You're
bless
welcome.
you.
God bless
All
you.
right.
Thank you and thank you.
Okay.
Here with Kathy Sykes of Black Voters Matter, who is you're a resident of Jackson.
Absolutely, all my life.
How has this water crisis affected you?
Well, the water crisis has been terrible because it's not new to us. Whenever there's a major weather occurrence, our water either freezes or the pipes burst. If it floods, then it gets contaminated. So it's nothing new. It's been going on for some years now. And the residents who live in this city, we haven't drank the water in years. So when folks say, the boil water note is lifted, continue to send water to Jackson, Mississippi, because we've been purchasing water and also paying our water bills for years.
How long has it been since you drank the water? Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time that I drank water out of the faucet.
And y'all still paying the water bill?
Yes, we do.
How expensive is the water bill?
Well, my water bill runs about $120 a month.
And you paying for water you don't even use? Is that what you're
Well,
telling me?
we take a bath in it and,
But you can't shower in it?
Well, you can when the boil water notice has been lifted. You can, but we just don't trust it to drink. And the pipes that the water flows through has lead contamination in it. So we, as a rule, most Jacksonians do not trust the water.
Who do you hold responsible for this, Kathy? Is it the state government? Is it the city government? Who's responsible?
You know what? Everyone has a role in the solution.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about who's responsible because we know that there have been years of neglect to our capital city, and there has been instances where companies have been actually dumping waste into the system that we used to get, that we were getting water from. So there's a case of environmental racism, and all of that has been going on. But to find a solution, we need everybody working together. We need the federal, the state, the county, and the city all working together to come up with a solution to this water crisis, so that every time that we have a weather event, we don't have to beg people to bring water in so that we can survive. Water is a basic of survival for all humans, and it's just time that we solve this issue once and for all. And I'm a former state legislator, and I do know at that state capitol there's a certain bias toward Jackson. And yes, so we're often left out when money's divvied up. And that should no longer be the case, because Jackson is the capital city, and the whole world is looking at how we're being treated. And so if funds are available, there should be no match. The federal government did not require a match from the state of Mississippi to send funds to Mississippi. So we should not require, the state should not require a match for the city of Jackson to receive funding to help us with this crisis. And it's just time for everyone.
They're requiring a match now, that's what they're saying they want?
They are. So they're saying that the citizens of Jackson need to put skin in the game. And we already have skin in the game, because we are tax-paying citizens of the state of Mississippi. And we're the largest area in the state. So we're paying a lot of taxes to make this state run. And if, we get 18% of the taxes that we send to the state back. However, that doesn't make up for what we need to provide clear drinking water that is required for survival for all citizens. And it's a disgrace when we have folk come into Mississippi and our capital city is in such disarray. And we also need our streets repaired. These pipes are old, they're collapsing and causing sinkholes in our streets. So we need a lot. Water, sewer, infrastructure. These are some of the things that we need. And it didn't happen overnight. And so we're not going to shift the blame because there's been years of neglect. And everyone needs to come to the table now to find a solution so that we can move forward together.
Not one step back.
Not one step back.
Kathy Sykes, Black Voters Matter, down here in Jackson, Mississippi. Ma'am, tell everybody your name, please.
Daneka Samuel, Deneka Samuel.
I heard you earlier talk about your experience, and it was very emotional. How many children you have?
6.
And how has this water crisis impacted you?
It's been a struggle. I mean, it's been a constant challenge each and every day. Have to get barrels of water to flush the toilets, to wash the dishes. The same barrels of water to even cook a decent meal for you and 6 kids.
Where you get the barrels from? Where you get the barrels from?
The Poor People Campaign had brought us barrels out there in South Jackson, 200 Rebelwood Drive. And they got them from Home Depot and all that. And they was nice enough to bring them out there to us. And Jackson Fire Department came out there with their hose and they filled our buckets up out of their truck.
So
they gave us flush water and all.
How long have you been going through that ordeal?
For the last 3 years now.
Really?
Yes.
So even before this current water crisis, you were dealing with that?
Way before. See, people try to act like it's just something recent just happened 8 weeks ago. This been going, I'm 36 years old. Even when I was a little girl, this still been going on. This just didn't happen yesterday. It always been going on. I'm 36 years old. I've been here 36 years. My mother had to boil water to cook and to fend for us as well.
So you're tired of that, obviously. You want to see something done. That's why you out here today, right?
I am tired, y'all.
Do you place blame on anyone? Who do you hold responsible? The governor?
My governor, Tate Reed. Because I am a Mississippian and I am in a poor community with 6 kids. And it's like, and it's not fair for us for me and 6 kids and all the rest of my Mississippians that's in a low income properties and all that, that we don't get it stored as fast as people out north, Madison and all that. And that's not fair for him to have tanks in front of his government mansion and running pipes. So you don't think that we want them same tanks and pipes ran too? We want safe, clean water too.
And you say the water's brown? Either way, it's brown.
It's brown. And even when they said that our governor of Mississippi, the boiled water, he lifted it. For what? It's still brown. And I ain't no telling what's in there.
So what are you bathing the children in?
I'm bathing my kids in Clorox each and every night because the water is brown. I don't know what's coming out the faucet. They already told us we can't brush our teeth with it, wash our face, let alone even wash our bodies. So I have to put something in there to bathe my kids. So I use Clorox.
And how are your kids dealing with this? How are they reacting to it?
We have to bathe, so they quite not understanding what's really going on. And it's kind of hard to keep telling a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 12-year-old, 10-year-old that something is wrong with this water. And that you go out each and every day to fight. Because this is not no story I'm telling. This is my life. Yeah. I am a Mississippian. And I'm a mother with 6 kids, and I'm a poor mother with 6 kids that do not deserve to have to fetch for water to survive.
And not only you, a mother with 6 kids, you've been an activist. You've been involved in this struggle, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
We thank you, sister. Keep it up. We need you. Mississippi needs you. God bless you.
God bless y'all as well.
Thanks for getting woke and listening to Make It Plain. As always, perform an act of kindness on behalf of an elder or young person. Write a letter to a sister or brother who just so happens to find her or himself incarcerated. Offer libations to the ancestors upon whose sturdy shoulders we all now stand. And above all, give thanks to the God of your understanding by whatever name you call her and him. All God asks of us is that we give each other love. Thanks for giving MIP love. And please remember to subscribe and give us a 5-star rating. If all hearts and minds are clear, it has been made plain.